Hey guys, welcome to this week's favorites and hate it's. It is drugstore week, so we are continuing with the theme and we are doing a big, huge overview of all things Maybelline. Now, I mentioned in my favorites recently that I had thought about doing this and enough of you guys still wanted me to. So there are two products that I wasn't a fan of from Maybelline. I'll quickly go over that, but then I'll link my favorites below if you want to see more about why and whatnot. The Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circle Treatment. Now there is a brightener that is more pink, don't like it, love this one, which is the neutralizer, much more yellow. And then the Age Rewind Foundation didn't work out for me either, and I shared that with you guys in my favorites, so I didn't want to get too redundant. Those are out of the way. Let's jump into everything else from Maybelline that I absolutely adore, and of course, a handful of items that just didn't work out for me. Hopefully you guys find this helpful. Give it a thumbs up if you do. Let's start out with some foundation. So you guys know I don't really like the Age Rewind foundation. It was just really chalky on me and it just sat funny on the skin. I'm not the biggest fan of the Superstay Better Skin Transforming Foundation either. This is oil free. It has an SPF of 15. It didn't meet my expectations. What I look for in a foundation basically is a miracle. I want it to look incredible from morning to night. I want it to even out my skin tone. I want it to help refine the look of my pores. I want to basically look like as close to perfection as I can while still being natural. I mean, who doesn't want that? So this one just sat on me kind of funny. I didn't really like it. For me, I'm constantly reviewing products, and when I find stuff that works incredibly well, it is really easy to spot what doesn't work, because if it doesn't like reach that standard, then I'm just like, it's not good enough. I don't even want to play with that. So this one just didn't work out for me, but I have to say the Fit Me, both the matte and poreless and the dewy smooth, are so good. If you are looking for an excellent drugstore foundation, they have a ton of different colors to choose from, so you are absolutely going to find a good match for you. And also, just the foundation itself wears beautifully throughout the day. You have the option of dewy for, of course, more dry combo to dry skin, which I surprisingly actually like the matte and poreless, even though I do have drier-ish skin. I just use my trick of adding a drop of oil to this, and it gives a very just lifelike finish. Doesn't get very oily throughout the day, doesn't oxidize. I really love this one. But if you have a need for a completely not flat, not matte whatsoever finish, this one is excellent as well. So both of these formulas are great. They don't make me break out. They are just solid, awesome foundations. Nice glass bottle and super affordable. All right, for concealer, I have a few absolute favorites. You know, Maybelline does concealer better than anyone else at the drugstore, in my opinion. It is always my first reach. The only concealer recently that has impressed me is from Bobbi Brown as far as being like a high-end expensive concealer. Everything else in my drawer I'm guilty of holding on to because I'm like, man, I spent so much money on that. But when it comes down to it, if I want a concealer that I know I can count on to cancel out dark circles, brighten, and not crease, I go with the Fit Me. I even like contouring with this concealer in the deepest shade. It's just an easy to blend, beautiful formula, so affordable. I love it. Love, love, love. Love is an understatement with that one. And then I strongly like the Superstay Better Skin Corrector. I just happen to like the Fit Me better, but this one is pretty gosh darn good too. It's a little more gel-like and a little bit lighter in coverage, but it's pretty great. As far as powders go, my favorite has to be the Fit Me powder. This is the matte and poreless, and I really love this powder. I have to say I like the Rimmel Stay Matte better than this as far as like a mattifying powder, but this one is really nice and it does mattify. It's not cakey. It has a little bit of a slip to it where it's not like that chalky cakey thing, but it's not dewy either. So this is a really great one to set your makeup with. I personally gravitate more toward loose translucent powders to set my makeup, and then I use blotting papers throughout the day. But you know, having tried this one out, it's not bad. Jumping into the world of mascara. Now, I recently did a video where I covered literally 30 different mascaras, some that I love, some that I hate, and Maybelline just didn't make the cut for me. Their mascaras used to be better in my opinion. I used to really, really love a lot of their mascaras, but they just in recent years have not really worked out for me so great. The Great Lash Mascara, a lot of people love this. It is just way too natural for me. I mean, clearly I'm wearing false lashes right now, and when I don't wear false lashes, I want to get as close to this as I possibly can. But as mentioned in that mascara video, if you want something really natural, then this is an excellent mascara. It's just not for me. And then I did try this brand new, the Falsies Push-Up Drama. I have to like take a moment here. This was so disappointing because it made my lashes look incredible. Literally, I put it on and I was like, I'm in love. I love this. And then halfway throughout the day, you know, lots of crumbling, lots of smudging, didn't really hold a curl, and didn't really live up to my standards for the perfect mascara. So this one was a dud. I have to say, one of the best liners at the drugstore, gel liners, has to be the Maybelline Eye Studio, and this is in Blackest Black. I also like the L'Oreal Lacquer Liner. Those two are very similar in my opinion. I had been using the lacquer liner forever and ever and ever, and then just randomly decided to try the Eye Studio liner as well, and it's really good. This is actually my old one. I just got a brand new one. They do dry out over time. Most gel liners do, but it is just a really, really rich matte black. You have a ton of control and it stays put. Better than almost every gel liner that I have tried that is high end. So I love this one. I finally put to the test on a more natural day the Baby Skin blush. This was just a nightmare actually. Do not buy this. Do not be fooled. It's cute packaging. It looks like a good idea, but it is so Vaseline-y. I mean, on my hand, it looks kind of cute, but what happens is if you put this on over foundation, your foundation will literally move when you are trying to blend this in. It's kind of like when you paint your nails and you put a second coat on too quickly and the polish like moves. Do you know what I mean? This happens if you are wearing foundation. This, I believe, is kind of beginner to makeup teenage type item, basically meaning if you have really great skin, you are just starting to wear makeup and you don't need foundation, nor do you wear foundation, then to add a little bit of shine and color on the cheeks, I think it's a cute product. But if you're wearing any type of a base, it is trouble. Also, the big palettes. You guys know the original one I did not like, and then they had a colorful one that I was like, I'm not even gonna try it. And I did a first impressions with this one, the Blushed Nudes. Now this one is not terrible. It's not awesome either, and to be honest, with everything else I have around to use and play with, I don't reach for this one. So unless this is the only item that you will have in your collection that has those pinky tones, if you have other palettes with pinky toned shadows, then I just would skip this. It's just not worth it. I know this is only $10. This one out of all of the ones that I've swatched and tried is the best, but still, I just had to kind of give you an update. All right, moving on to a little baby lips. Now, the baby lips chapsticks, I have kind of a love-hate thing with them. I like the way they feel, I like the way they look, they smell good, the packaging is cute, but they over time dry my lips out. I just personally have a problem with that. The glosses, however, don't dry my lips out, and I like that they add a little bit of very effortless shine. I will link below a video where I literally purchased every single one of these and swatched them for you. These are really great and they're so affordable. As far as lipstick goes, I would say Maybelline matte lipstick is some of the best at the drugstore. The formula is so rich, so creamy, so beautiful. I'm not really a big fan of their lip liners, but however, their lipsticks are so good. One of my favorites is Divine Wine. I showed this in a dupes video and I continued wearing it a ton, and whenever I would wear it on Snapchat, you guys would kind of go crazy over it. It's just a beautiful, deep, matte, kind of Merlot red. It's not a bright red whatsoever. It's just a really sexy, vampy, deep red. And then I also, on the polar opposite end of color, love the shade Blushing Beige. Now this is not matte, but it is just a really beautiful nude. And it does not look totally like no color, dead concealer mouth at all on the face. It's just a really beautiful color, and I do wear this one quite a bit. The last item that we will discuss is a brow product. Now, this one I don't really like. This, I think I've mentioned this before, but I don't know why I held on to it. It's just like a weird habit I have sometimes. But the brush on this, unless you have really big eyebrows, which if you do, I'm so jealous and I have brow envy because mine are teeny tiny, and whenever I use these kind of things, it just gets gel everywhere, and then I have like these brush strokes of gel, brown gel, and it does not look cute. So be warned, unless you have thicker brows, the Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara might be an issue for you. Okay, that is it. I hope you guys are having a good one, and thank you so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Mwah.